Hello, beautiful people. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. If you are new to my page, my name is Alison Wellington, certified dating and relationship coach, and I primarily work with busy professional women to teach them how to attract and keep the husbands that they deserve. Now, today is a very special edition. You guys hardly ever see me go live on a Sunday. However, I had to come on this Sunday, even though I'm not feeling my best, but I'm pushing through because we have to talk about Super Bowl Sunday and how to position yourself to meet like-minded, equally yoked men on today. So right now this live is at 4:03 p.m. Eastern. I want to say some of the festivities might start 6 p.m. Eastern. So that means we got 2 hours. We got 2 hours to get your outfit together. We have 2 hours to get your hair in a nice slick bun, or to curl it, or to straighten it, or to wash it, to dry it, to do whatever the heck you have to do. We have 2 hours for you to get outside. Okay. Now, I know that I'm saying this in the midst of an Arctic freeze. There's like an Arctic blast that's happening across the country. I don't know how many states are impacted right now. I know for sure that New York City is under a deep freeze. And so if your health does not allow for you to go outside today, I get it, right? What you're not going to do is you're not going to get sick because of Allison, right? But if that's not a factor, I need you to get outside. Yes, push through, suck it up. Because I'm going to tell you this, the gentlemen who are passionate about sports don't give two nothings about the 8 degrees that it is in New York City right now, or however cold it may be in your city right now. And if you are in a place that's not experiencing significant cold, you double don't have an excuse to not get outside. So let me go ahead and let everybody know what we are doing today on this live stream. This is called Super Bowl Sunday. Did I spell this wrong? Sunday, the dating strategy. Can I spell strategy? EGY. And then you're going to comment or DM the word deserve, I think it is, for the link for Thursday's training. Now, I see some folks dropping some comments on YouTube, on Instagram. Thursday, February 12th. Usually I copy and paste this before I get on, but I promised my kid we we're going to make cookies and I'm trying to go fast. Okay. Post. I hope I spelled everything right, because if not, I did not. Y'all going to have to forgive me. I see some comments that are coming in on Instagram. I love that. However, I cannot read it. I can only read the comments that's coming in through YouTube. So please join me on my YouTube channel, same name, Align with Allison. You can comment or DM the word YouTube. I'll send you the link. You could click the link in my bio and you'll get the link. I can't read what y'all got to say. I can only read it for 1 second. So I will right now, because I put this pinned, and it'll say, Allison, I haven't met any men. Well, number one, have you been watching my YouTube? Have you been looking at the trainings? Have you enrolled in the training, right? Because dating is new. This version of dating is new. And so we 100% have to be strategic about where we go to meet like-minded, equally yoked, marriage-minded men. This is a modern era. And so having an expectation that this thing is going to be easy, especially if you haven't been on the dating scene, especially if you're coming out of a long-term relationship, having an expectation that dating is the same as it was when you were wearing Jabot jeans, when you were wearing Juicy Couture, when you had a nameplate belt. If you think the dating is the same as to when you had a beeper or a Nokia, you are fooling yourself and you are wasting your time. You have to be strategic. This is a new game. This is a new era. And so, yes, you have to put yourself in front of the right types of people. We have to make sure that we are around equally yoked, marriage-minded men. And so it's not as easy as going to the tunnel for my 80s people, right? It's not that easy. So we have to be strategic. We have to make sure that we are around the right types of people. So with that being said, we're going to get into today's conversation. Ooh, no, I copy and pasted the wrong thing. If you are joining me on YouTube or on Facebook, I'm sending you the link for Thursday's training, which will be the full length thing. I'm just hopping in and hopping out real quick, because like I said, I have to bake some cookies with my baby. But I just wanted to make sure that I leverage this opportunity to talk to y'all. All right, good. So here we are. So today is Super Bowl Sunday. Okay. If you're watching this after the Super Bowl, I apologize in advance. However, you should have subscribed and put on the notifications on YouTube, and then you wouldn't have missed this. All right. And worst case scenario, you can use the same general information for next year if you still find yourself single. If you were working with me, you would not be single next year. But if you decide to piecemeal this thing, then fine. Use this information as soon as you possibly can. All right. So with that being said, let us discuss the value of the Super Bowl in regards to dating and our dating strategy. And then I'm going to make sure that I give you guys 3 places, 1, 2, 3, 3 places that you can go in the next few hours so that you are around equally yoked, marriage-minded men. All right. So what's the value of the Super Bowl? Number one, I'm sure that everyone who's watching is familiar with what the Super Bowl is. It is, I asked my husband, probably second largest after soccer, right? Whatever their thing is called. But it's one of the largest sports and entertainment events in the country, especially in the world, and probably in this country, in the United States of America, right? And so most people cannot afford to attend live. Most people probably don't desire to attend live, but many people, millions upon millions of people will be watching. Those who are familiar with sports and love sports, and those who don't will be out socializing, networking, meeting people, watching the halftime show, having a ball. So with that being said, I need you, if you are a single woman who desires to be in a healthy, committed relationship and you want to meet a gentleman, this is a great day for you to go outside, especially because if you're like me, I don't like going outside. Yes, it's outrageously cold, but I don't like going outside. So since I don't like going outside, I don't like to go a lot. I don't go a lot. And if I do go, it's something that's really important to me or something that my friends drag me to. So you are going to find the men who don't necessarily go out, the men that you wouldn't necessarily see, even at these higher scale events that you attend, you're probably not going to see them because they don't like to go outside. They like to be in their house, like to work. They like to work out. So these guys are outside. So then now you have increased the amount of gentlemen that you have the opportunity to meet, to socialize with, to network with at any of the following 3 spaces. I'm going to recommend that you go this Super Bowl Sunday. So again, if you are just coming in, my name is Alison Wellington, certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with busy professional women to teach them how to attract and keep the husbands that they deserve. We are hosting a live training on Thursday, February the 12th, called The Partner You Deserve, where I'm going to be teaching you the 5-step proprietary system that I teach my clients to get them into the best relationships of their lives in under 12 months. But before we get to Thursday, I'm here to drop this little tidbit for you right here on Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday is going to be an event that is tonight in the next few hours that is going to attract lots of gentlemen out in one space. And not necessarily as many ladies, right? Also, the types of gentlemen who don't necessarily go out, they don't socialize, they're not out and about, that you would not necessarily normally meet, will also be out and about. So this is a great opportunity for you to meet a new, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a new set, I guess, a new set of gentlemen that you probably would not meet under normal circumstances. So where are the 3 places that you should go in order to meet these gentlemen? All right. So here we go. Number 1, hotel bars and lounges. All right. So I want you to think upscale hotels. I don't want you to think dive bars. And why does this work? Number 1, for the men who are traveling for work, right? And so they may be in town. Now you have an opportunity to meet them because they don't have a friend to go to. This is not where they normally are. Number 2, you are going to meet men who travel in comfort and they enjoy an upscale atmosphere. So if that's your lifestyle, because my clients are busy professional women, they are business owners and vets and doctors and lawyers and nurses and teachers and admin and HR, you like a certain lifestyle, you like a certain level of comfort, you like a higher level atmosphere. So do those gentlemen, right? And also hotel bars and lounges tend to be less chaotic, and it's a lot easier for you to have a casual conversation. So if you were to go to just your local sports bar, it's going to be extremely loud, extremely crowded, maybe a little obnoxious and overwhelming. So you have your hotel bars and your lounges are going to give you the opportunity to have less chaos and more opportunity for you to have a natural conversation. All right. So that's number 1. Again, the environment that you choose is going to determine the caliber of the conversation that you have. So when you complain and say there are no good men, or the men are not up to standard, they're not equal to you in terms of education or career or drive or ambition or desire, that means that you're in the wrong places. If I go to the corner store, I'm going to be with corner store Poppy, right? So you have to be mindful of where you're going so that you know who you can potentially entertain. So again, if you're just coming in, we're talking about the 3 places you should be going tonight to watch the Super Bowl. Number 2, private watch parties and house gatherings. Private watch parties and house gatherings. Now, if you pay attention to what I teach and what I teach my clients, is that private events in the house, the kickbacks, the barbecues, don't really get a lot of kudos or credit in what I teach, because that tends to be your people. I'm not interested in dating my cousin. I'm not interested in dating a woman, right? And so like the local, what I like to call your village events, don't necessarily count to putting in real effort. However, for watch parties and house gatherings, they tend to have the friends of friends. There tends to be the coworkers who are present, right? So it's a larger group. It doesn't tend to be your main circle. And these are people that you may have never met under normal circumstances. And the fact that they're invited means there's a little bit of social proof, right? Like, okay, these are my types of people because they're in the circle, right? So there's a little bit of built-in vetting, a little bit. There's lower pressure, and it's easier for you to observe their behavior over time and not just be knocked away by somebody's charm. Okay, so again, if you're just coming in, we're talking about the 3 places for you to go tonight to watch the Super Bowl, to enjoy the Super Bowl, if you are a single, busy, professional woman who wants to meet a like-minded gentleman. All right. Number 3, and this is our final point, is going to be community or members only spaces. So many of you guys are members of the Gathering Spot, or maybe Soho House or Dumbo House. If you have a membership to a membership only organization and you haven't been there enjoying lunch in a while, this is the day to swipe your card. This is the day to scan in. This is the day to go to the lounge space, wherever the space is. We're talking about athletic clubs or country clubs, social clubs, upscale, common areas. That's the place I need you to be. Those are the places I need you to go to watch these types of events. So again, just like you've paid for membership to be a part of this kind of more upscale community, the men who have paid for that type of access usually values that type of structure. Again, you have repeated exposure. So now I'm a member, you're a member. We can get together the next day, the next week for lunch, for breakfast, right? We have things that are in common if we're both members of the same community. And lastly, it's easier for you to move on naturally from the small talk to the date. It's easier, right? Because we already have this commonality. So we're not chasing men. We place ourselves where the right men already are. We are showing up as our best versions of ourselves. We are having a good time. Whoever's there is there. Whoever's not is not. And that's perfectly fine. All right. So again, so for the Partner You Deserve training, on Thursday, February 12th, 7 p.m., I'm going to be teaching you how to stop randomly dating and to start choosing environments, behaviors, and men with intention, and why all of that matters. So make sure that if you haven't grabbed your seat, I only have 15 left. You're going to click the link that's in my bio. You're going to click the link in the description. You're going to click the link that's in the chat. You're going to click the link that's in the comments, wherever you might be coming in to watch right now, to make sure that you get the full length training. And I will be seeing all of you on Thursday. All right. All right, folks, it's been a pleasure, and I will see you soon. Bye.